Hey everyone. I just want to do a really quick update today. It's only going to be a couple minutes long. Today is March 11th, 2020. I've talked a lot on these videos, and I speak locally, and we have discussed why sometimes people will change their diets. They can go carnivore, they can go paleo, they can go keto. They're making great big changes, but they don't feel like their stomach, their digestion, and other things are changing. They feel that they still have a lot of issues. I highly recommend having a GI map test done, which is one of the ones that I do here. And what we can do is see from a stool sample many of the things that are happening in the body. For instance, we were discussing the other day that somebody who had been on a PPI, a proton pump inhibitor for acid reflux previously in his past, many times there's different bacteria that like to grow after people have been on this particular drug. Streptococcus might be one of them. So I always like to say to people, if you have a lot of problems with your gut and you change your diet, and maybe you're not losing weight, maybe you're not feeling a lot better, or in some cases, people do feel better. Like I've had clients where they went carnivore or paleo and felt so much better. But as soon as they ate a carbohydrate again or ate a starch again or anything of this type of thing that could ferment in the gut, they would immediately start to feel sick. And it was like I have clients who will say, the only time I feel really well is when I only eat this diet. Like maybe if it is carnivore, I'm only eating really high-end quality meat. But as soon as I eat any carbs at all, I'm very ill. So one of the things about gut bugs, Candida inclusive, along with others, is they love to ferment starches. They love to live in a starchy, glucose spiking environment. So when you stop eating that, of course, you're not feeding them. Now, did they go away? Are they gone? Just because, you're now eating this diet. And I've seen things go dormant, like maybe H. pylori is not exhibiting a lot of symptoms with you because you're not eating foods that it ferments and does well as well with. So people think it's all gone, then they go back or they eat something again and they're very ill. So I just wanted to do a really quick video today just to encourage people to get tested. I mean, the typical sort of test we get with LabQuest or some sort of our medical coverage are generally tests that are just ruling out major things. They're looking at liver enzymes, they're looking at certain things, but rarely do they do functional work of trying to find out maybe if you've got some bugs and maybe your GI tract and maybe you have markers that would show clearly that we've got an autoimmune disease starting. Maybe you're intolerant to gliadin or gluten, and maybe you've got some inflammatory things from some food. So it's really good to have a plumb line and to have something to start with so that once we know what's going on in the gut, we can rule that out. We can actually then retest for those certain bugs later and make sure that they're gone. And people think that America is a civilized place where we don't get gut bacteria, we don't get parasites, we don't have these things. Yes, we do. Highly common. Even just worms, ascarids, all tapeworms, H. pylori, as I said, blastocystis hominis is another very common bug. And so I just want to hugely recommend to people, if you're changing your diet, you'd like to clean up your gut, get a plumb line, get a lab test done. What I do here is I ship it directly to you. It comes directly to your door from the lab. You will actually receive the test. You will put your samples in it. You will return that test to the lab. I get the results here, and then we work from there. So you could actually be in another state to even do it. But I highly recommend it. I can work as a coach with you after that. My consultation fees are not that pricey. $70 an hour is pretty reasonable, and I would work with you as we recover the gut. So anyway, just to try to encourage people out there who are on a diet or maybe have changed their diet, and maybe you're just having some more problems, and people changing a diet, changing a lifestyle does not change necessarily the parasitic or problems with the biome. So really do the work, get the parasite work done, get the bacteria looked at, have these things, figure out what exactly it is you're dealing with, and have a plan. To actually have a plan is so much more helpful. We see it on black and white. We know what we got. We check it again. We make sure it's gone. And then we want to restore that gut to a really healthy place. Now here, what I want to do is give you my website, which is nethersprings.com. The way to reach me is on there. My email's on there. My phone number's on there. Again, just want to encourage people Take care of your gut. It's everything. When you have leaky gut syndrome, when the door, so to speak, of the gut lining is open, and you have, loose junctures, undigested foods coming through there, we tend to become collectors, and we tend to collect a lot of bugs, and we can collect viruses, pathogens, all sorts of things once our immune system is sort of flattened by leaky gut and other issues of the gut. We've all heard the expression that all disease begins in the gut, and it's utterly true. And so anyway, just wanted to give that quick little word today and encourage you out there if you're struggling. And we'll talk again soon. I'll be back on, so we'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.